Alright, looks like this week is a week of unlocking Group B rally cars, and then not unlocking anything apparently for the rest of it, but whatever. I unlocked a new colour for the Seat, so we're driving it again. We're doing more rallying, which we did to end last week, but that was a whole week ago, so I barely even remember, let alone you. You don't remember. You don't remember. I don't remember. So it's fine. Let's talk about some games that I bought, because I seem to just always have new games to talk about every week. That's not strictly true. It's just I do have a lot of games knocking about I've just never talked about, haven't got around to playing yet. So I went to see, what did I see? The new Predator. By the time this video comes out, this would have been like 2 or 3 weeks ago maybe. But it was Zach's birthday, so I put on my nice shirt, and the one with the buttons all the way up it. And we went into town and we watched the Predator. And we were supposed to meet up at 7, but Shamey was already there, so I went down there too, and we just sort of hung out for about 2 hours. Spent a lot of time looking through the movies in HMV. Anyway, bought a whole trio of new games. I got Zone of the Enders, because it said Metal Gear on the back, and I thought I like Metal Gear Solid 2, so I'm sure this will be good. Sure, this will be good too. Even though Metal Gear Solid 3 is a direct sequel to Metal Gear Solid 2, and I didn't like it. I haven't actually even got out of the jungle yet, although I'm pretty sure I could if I just put the game in for like another, half an hour. So I got Zone of the Enders, and it's got, giant robots on the cover, so I figured that should be pretty cool. I got Cell Damage Overdrive, because I remember Pan Pizza talking about it ages ago, and it has a Ghost Girl character you can play as. Although, I was looking through the rest of the characters, and there's also a Dominatrix girl, and I was like, yep, that's much more into that, yes please. Plus, when it comes to like cartoonish racing games, I have the kind of autism that makes me want to drive like more realistic kind of racy cars. And the Ghost Girl drives like a big old tank thing. And, like, the Dominatrix girl has more of like a 50s like Cadillac looking thing. And it's like, out of all the cars, it's probably like the most kind of car. So that's also why I went for her. But mostly it's a fetish thing. I think that whole game is just one big fetish thing. Well, the female characters definitely. I got a third one as well. Oh yeah, MotoGP 2. Because I forgot it wasn't MotoGP 3, which is the one with all the cool special bonus stages, like Mount Akina and whatever. So I've got 3 out of 4 of the Namco. Yeah, I got 3 out of 4 of the Namco MotoGP games, but I haven't got the good one. So there's that. Got all 3 of the THQ, well, 3 of the original THQ games. The ones they did for the 360 aren't as good. And then 08 is kind of a mess, but it's 08 is like Marmite. But I can see why you would like it, and I kind of enjoy it, but not that much. And then there was the people that do the fighting games. I forgot the name of the company, but I really didn't like MotoGP 09/10 and 10/11. Those were fucking wank games, so I don't like those. And then the milestone ones are like, they're milestone games from the turn of the decade. Not a lot to expect really. Although the more recent ones kind of look good, I haven't played any of them. So that's the story in Balamori about MotoGP games. I could do you a whole documentary about. MotoGP games, but I probably shouldn't, and I won't anyway, because that'd be a fair deal of effort, and I'm not sure I'm up to it.
Long, easy right, tightens. Long, easy left, tightens onto tarmac.
Alright, so we all know that I watch a lot of anime. Let's completely change the subject. We all know that I watch a lot of anime. Right? I finished Birdie the Mighty recently. I was talking about watching Mary and the Witch's Flower a little bit earlier on. I watched. I'm getting close to the finally finishing Wang at Midnight, and I've got to finish. Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann by the end of October, or I've been watching that show for more than a year now because I didn't really get into it, but I still want to finish it. Plus, there's some other stuff hanging around on my computer. Miami Guns, I think, is still on there. Well, I might have deleted that for space. I don't know. I don't remember. The point is, watch a lot of anime, right? But what you might not know is that I also watch a lot of animated stuff from various other countries around the world. Most recently, China. I watched, again, on Pan Pizza's recommendation. Yeah, I don't,
Keep right, square left.
I don't like Pan Pizza nearly as much as I used to.
Easy right into easy
Rebel Taxi, you know,
easy right into
I'm not talking about food here, in case anyone didn't know. I used to be a huge fan of Pan Pizza, especially back in I was in year 6. That was in like 2012. I got really into him then, and then I sort of I don't know what I did, but I had this weird thing for the first couple of years of secondary school where I just really didn't do anything else except play like Halo 3 and GTA 5 with the gang. And it's weird to be nostalgic about GTA 5 because it feels like it just came out yesterday, even for me, you know, someone that's actually weirdly nostalgic for it, because it came out in 2013. But yeah, we used to get home from school and shack up playing these games for literally all night, and then go to school and talk about them, and then play more the next day, which was more the best of times than it was the worst of times. That was, if I could go back to any time in my life, it would be the 2012 to like 2014 period. I had a lot of fun in them days. Those were my favorite days. You know, strange days.
Square right, don't cut into long, easy left.
I think something's gone wrong with the lighting engine in the game. My brake lights are pretty shiny.
Into easy left. Medium right into easy left. Keep middle. Long, easy right.
I had a point.
Long, easy right.
Yeah, and then, anyway, I got about like 2 years ago. I got way more into, like, probably right before he started the Pizza Party podcast, I got right back into Rebel Taxi, and I've just sort of been watched every video since then, every podcast, everything. I think the early podcast was better than it is now, and I definitely think that he's become a lot safer and kind of, you know, weirdly progressive kind of recently. You know, if having a tranny on the podcast wasn't, like, you know, a big enough red flag for me to notice, I think that there's a lot of subtle things. I don't know. Ice racing time. 31 miles. I've only driven what's like 6. We'll jump in the Peugeot again. Not gonna be unlocking anything for this car this time around. Yeah. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, every other week, he does a podcast, and then between the podcasts, he does like a regular video where he'll like review something or make a list of like top 10 goth girls. Top 10 goth girls, baby. Those are very enjoyable videos. Like those. The reviews sometimes not as much, although sometimes more recently, you know, with me getting really into watching films and stuff, if I see something reviewed, I'll probably go and watch it, and that's what happened for me this week. I mean, these videos, you know, obviously they come out, I pre-record them and they come out a couple of weeks in the future. But the point is, you know, fucking this happens all the time. Someone will start talking about something and you just want them to say what they're talking about, and they don't for fucking ages. But he reviewed the movie, Next Gen, described it as Big Hero 6 for school shooters, and I thought, that sounds good. And I haven't seen Big Hero 6, but I know it's a Disney film, and I don't really like those, not even the recent ones. I like Tangled, but that was mostly because I wanted to put my dick in the girl. So I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna watch Next Gen. And then I put it off for a couple of days because I was watching. I discovered that I still had Monty Python's Life of Brian that I stole from school, like maybe a year ago, and I hadn't watched. So I plugged that in my VCR and watched that. And then I was like, oh yeah, I downloaded this film that Panthers had talked about, so I watched it. And it was actually good. I liked it a lot. It made me feel things. You know, the dramatic robot fight climax. You know, there were laughs. You know, there were ups, there were downs. There was drama. There was cool robot fights. You know, the main girl's pretty neat. I like want to put my dick in her. You know, all around, pretty good. Would recommend Next Gen. You know, Chinese American production. You know, everyone's like, oh, Cyberpunk is mostly stuck in the 80s. I don't think I'd describe Next Gen as like a Cyberpunk movie, but has certain Blade Runner vibes. You know, in the city at night, and it's all about robots and humans. So there's Cyberpunk vibes. It's more of like general science fiction, Astro Boy kind of thing. You know, the Nicolas Cage Astro Boy, not the Cyberpunk anime Astro Boy. It's like the when did they remake Astro Boy? Because it's originally like from the 50s or 60s, and then they did another one, I think maybe in like the 80s or 90s, that was like really cyberpunk. And then they did the Nicolas Cage movie, which is the only Astro Boy I've ever actually watched. I need to get into proper Astro Boy, but I want to watch Bubblegum Crisis first. But yeah, the future of after Japan had the whole economic crisis and a lot of dead time, I think, when was that, like some point in the 90s, and then, you know, going on into the 2000s. Certainly know where they're going to dominate the world like everyone thought they would in the 80s, which is kind of disappointing because we all like Japan over here at Lurkio, which is just me, big weeaboo. Although definitely I think China should be the future of Cyberpunk. Although Cyberpunk as a genre is still totally stuck in the 80s, I think. You know, Chinese aesthetic. It's similar to Japan in a way, but you know, China is completely different. They got like different. We know what I'm getting at here, don't we? We can get it, alright? China, future of Cyberpunk. You know, Next Gen, pretty good. You know, as like Cyberpunk, kind of pretty much for kids. There we go. Next Gen, I liked it, okay? I don't know why I'm getting so worked up about this. It was just like a pretty enjoyable animated flick put on, you know, in the evening before I went to bed. Next week we're doing some rallycross, and then a hill climb, and then we'll probably. I mean, we won't have enough time to do a rally, so I'll probably do like God knows what. We'll figure it out.